Hey gang!
Hey, 1.7 coming at you today, distributive property.
Objective is to use the distributive property to simplify expressions. So again, simplifying expressions is the same thing as solving, we
Yep.
just don't have an equal sign.
Okay.
All right, distributive property, guys. We're basically, I like to think of it as obviously distributing anything. So like when I pass out papers to you, I'm taking one stack and distributing something to each of you. You all get the same exact thing in the classroom.
Evenly. Yep, distribute evenly.
So that's basically what we're going to do today. If you look at this area model, mind if I write on the thing for 1 second?
Go for it.
All right. So if you look at this area model, we've got 8 as our length, x plus 5 as our width. They've simplified it out so that we have 8 on this side and x. We know that 8 times x is 8x. And we know that 8 times 5, or length times width, here is going to be 40. So the inside area of this is 8x plus 40. That would be my total thing. Okay? That's how the model works. If you look at down here, it shows you algebraically what that all looks like. So for example, let's look here. 4 times the quantity of 20 plus 6. Notice how the 4 has gone to the 20 and to the 6.
And so guys, that's okay to draw that arrow over to each one. That shows that it distributes.
Yeah, I definitely would do that.
Yep. That's
So
what I do.
let's get her going.
Okay. Whoa, what is it?
All right, what is the simplified form of each expression? So again, distributive property.
So I would show my little arrows going.
4 goes to the x and 4 goes to the 5. So 4 times x is 4x.
Plus.
4 times 5 is 20. It's that simple.
Now remember, you cannot combine 4x and 20 because they are unlike terms.
Meaning one has an x, one does not.
There you
Can't
go.
add them together. All right, next one. I see that -6 is out to the side, but it's not in front. Does that make a difference?
Doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
If you don't like it, you can move the -6 to the front.
Because we know we can do that with commutative properties. So
Exactly.
we're going to.
So you can just rewrite this, guys. Not a big deal.
We're going to distribute that -6 to everything on the inside of the parentheses. So I see -6 times, which one do you want to do? You want to do the bottom one or the top one?
Let's do the top one.
Okay, so first you did -6 to the -1. -6 times -1 is +6. Now -6 times 4b is -24b.
Yep.
Awesome.
Done.
All right, then let's look at this area model at the bottom of the page. What area model can be used to illustrate the product of 3 times x plus 8? So 3 being our length, x plus 8 being our width, reveal,
Dun, dun, dun.
and again, you can see the length of 3 and the width of x plus 8. They've separated the x and the 8.
So the bar is representing the plus sign.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, rewriting fraction expressions. Remember, a fraction bar acts as a grouping symbol. So that stuff on the top is in parentheses, divided by the stuff on the bottom in parentheses.
Correct.
You can also rewrite the fraction with the reciprocal, or with the multiplicative inverse, which is shown right there in the middle of the page. Let's get going.
Okay.
What,
there it is.
what sum or difference?
We
gotta solve the problem.
Whoa.
Don't we need to do it?
Yeah.
Probably. What sum or difference is equivalent to 3x plus 1 divided by 5? So we're going to simplify. So 3x plus 1, put it in parentheses,
It's all together.
and then divided by 5. If you want to put it as a division problem with the division sign, you can. Or if you want to leave it as a fraction, that's
So
fine
here,
too.
divided by 5, or times the multiplicative inverse, 1/5.
There you go. All right, now do we need to talk about these at the bottom? We've pretty much already talked about it.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. All right, using the multiplication property of -1, meaning that we're multiplying by -1. Basically, we're just distributing
That's all you do.
a -1 to
Yeah.
everything on the inside. So right there on number 3a, what is the simplified form of each expression? Well, that negative sign, there's an invisible 1 right there. We've written it for you. So you're just going to multiply by -1. It's basically going to make everything opposite, right?
Right. So you just take this -1 and distribute it. Okay? Now the thing is, guys, you don't have to write that 1 behind it because now you know that it's always there if it has the negative.
So this is going to become -a minus 5.
Yeah.
Basically the opposite of everything that's happening.
You
So
got it, dude.
number B is going to be positive. Negative times negative is positive. So x minus 31.
Minus 31.
And number C is -4x plus 12.
Okay.
Again, that negative is just going to the inside. And then number D, negative 6m, right?
Yeah.
Plus 9n. Okay, cool. Cool beans.
Hang tight, dudes. We're almost there.
All right, terms.
It's a lot of vocabulary here, okay? So just make sure that your notes are very clear and that you have everything identified.
Okay, so this is, again, we're going back to 7th grade where we're talking about terms. A term is simply a number, a variable, or the product of, like, 3a is a term. The coefficient is that number in front of the variable, and you
Right.
can see it all
Yeah,
right there
this
in the
is
middle.
really good diagram here. It
Yeah,
shows you
so
everything.
everything in the middle of the page with blue and red is basically summing up all the words on the page.
Let's put a star because that's important.
So we're going to use the distributive property, and then we're going to combine like terms.
Yep.
Should we do it?
I
think we're
yeah.
good.
It's there.
It's all here.
Yeah.
Let's practice.
Okay.
Let's go to the next page. Okay. What is the simplified form of each expression? I see that 5x squared and 7x squared are both like terms.
Like terms.
Because
They're
they
both
both
x squared.
Yeah, they both have the same variable to the same power. So I'm literally, how many x squareds do I have? 5 and 7 is, what is 5 plus 7? 12?
12.
Okay.
12x squared.
All right.
Done.
The end. All right. Now, what I like to do on problems like B, if I have a hard time seeing them, I like to just like underline the ones that have the same that are like terms. So I see 7x, and then I see the 3x.
Okay, so in this case, when I see a 7x, then I would go to 3x, but what is right in front of the 3x?
The minus sign.
Yep, so I would box that off as well.
Yep, and that also means, it means minus or it means negative. So, so I'm going to combine those. 7x minus 3x is 4x. Now I'm
Okay.
going to deal with the y.
Yep. So I only have one y
So that's just it, plus 2y. There's nothing else there to combine it with.
in the green, which hopefully you can still see.
Yep.
That's supposed to be a triangle. It's supposed to include the negative.
So negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4.
4.
So that's my final answer.
Yep. Again, can you combine x and y?
No, they're different variables.
You got it.
Okay.
We made it.
What is the distributive property used for in mathematics? Boom. We'll see you on the
On
flip
the flip
side.
side. Later.